Hello and welcome back to the LDM Show. You were just listening to her song, Ameria B. Ameria is here. And we're going to be talking about her music. And I was just, in my mind, I was just laughing because the guy was watching while the girl was doing exercise. Couldn't do his exercise. It's a funny video, guys. Keep it on watching it. And again, we're going to probably post it up again on VidZone. So you can watch it on VidZone, one of our video channels. And remember, she is up for the 2018 LDM Independent Music Awards. So start voting. The votes have been open since yesterday. So you have a whole year to vote. So without further ado, let's bring her on. Ameria B. How's it going?
Good, thank you so much.
Good.
It's hot outside, but
Oh my God.
I'm here, thankfully.
Yeah. The heat got me like really sleepy. I was like, I just want to lay down and relax, but I can't. Can't do it. And who you have on the side, you want to introduce?
This is Chris Krasnow, and he actually produced that song and album that is coming out next month, June 14th, and I just thought it would be cool to talk to him as well because the process was definitely, could not be done without him, so.
Nice to be here, Chris. Thanks
Yeah.
for having us. Yeah.
Thank you. Did a good job. I like that. The whole song was pretty good, and then the video was kind of funny, and everything. It just combined, I guess. So it was a good thing. Did you have fun doing the video?
I did. It was a little bit stressful. It was a 3-day thing, and there were some some not too good parts, but.
All the bloopers we want to know. We want to know.
but it worked out and ended up working out. It was a dramatic roller coaster between a lot of things going on, but everything happens for a reason, so it's all good. It all worked out, obviously. So
That was good. Tell us a little bit about the song. Like, what is it about?
So Wouldn't I Like to Know, I actually wrote about a relationship that the guy that I was dating at that time, he really wasn't giving me any affection or attention or anything that I needed or desired from him, and I just kind of was left confused. Just like, that's why the title Wouldn't I Like to Know. It's like, well, wouldn't I like to know, like, what are your thoughts, like what is happening in your brain, like, and you being all confused and weird is making me confused. That's why I'm saying, do I want you for sure? But no, I do want you for sure. So it's like kind of back and forth, this play on the fact that it's like I can't get what I want from a person. So.
See, that's why a female had to sing this song. Guy can't sing that song.
Definitely not.
What do you want? I don't know. Okay, bye. That was the end of the song right there. That's it.
10 seconds.
You know,
Exactly.
it was a 10-second song, you know, but it is a good thing because a lot of females do get confused and they do like, oh, I really love him, but no, I don't really love him. You know, like that whole confusion part, I understand. Like I see a lot of girls, no, but I like him because he does this and this and that.
Yeah.
But then he does this and this and that.
Yeah. So it that kind of came from that experience, but and I decided to write a kind of quirky, fun tune to it. Not like sad or anything like that. So
See, now when he sees the video, he's gonna be like, "Wow, wouldn't I like to know?"
Exactly.
You messed up. That's it. You messed it up. But you've been singing R&B and pop for how long? Or
well, I started the music journey at a very young age in Russia. Actually, I'm half Russian, half Egyptian. I was born in Cairo, Egypt. Then I lived in Russia until 1998. I moved to New York City in 1998. I started playing piano at 4 and classical piano. And that's really how I got into music. And then obviously I was singing and, dancing and acting and doing all of that stuff. But then once I moved to New York City, I was still really concentrating on classical piano. But by the time that I reached middle school, late elementary and early middle school, I really discovered my passion to sing. And when I did enter high school, LaGuardia High School, actually Chris and I went to LaGuardia High School. That's how we met for the performing arts. That's where I learned, obviously I knew that I could play the piano. I went to school for that. And actually, Will and I went to elementary school together. So from Will's Review, and and in high school it was just like I had this gift that I didn't know that I had, and I started just writing songs and really kind of honing into the R&B soul
Right.
type and genre, and I would say that I've been doing that genre and writing in that genre for about 10 years, something like that.
They ever did country or blues? Because you have that country blues look on the video especially when you're sitting there and then you're on the piano doing all this stuff. I was like, wow, she has that country blues type of look.
Yeah.
So that's why when I first seen the picture of you, I thought it was country.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, she's probably a country singer. Then when I heard the song, I'm like,
No.
wait, the name is messed up here? This is R&B,
Yeah.
but hey, we lucky we got you in the R&B section, so that's
Thank you.
good.
I appreciate it.
That Egyptian country and blues music.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole culture, a whole different things in there. But what did you do to produce this different from any other songs you ever did?
I mean, I deal a lot with the rock world, clearly. I don't know if it's obvious. But yeah, I mean, with her, we had originally tracked. This was one of the only songs that me, her, and the drummer, Clint, had tracked live together. We did the whole album that way. And her kind of music lent itself to more of a produced, sort of refined, like modern digital touch, I felt. Like it didn't need to be live the whole time. We should be careful about what's actually coming out onto the record. So, but this was one of the only songs from that original live cut that we had kept just because it was more upbeat. The other songs are kind of slower and had room for more maybe synths or more stuff like that. So differently for me, I mean, it was kind of like capturing a warm sort of authentic feel while also being able to layer maybe 2 snare drums or claps and stuff instead of just so wanted a good mix of a full band real sound with like the Pro Tools tricks that I can do with it and stuff.
Because it sounded R&B in the beginning, then you can feel a little bit of pop type of thing, and then you hear the guitar for the rock. You know what I'm saying? Like the little solo piece that he had there. So it blended so much stuff together, and then the video, it made it even better to realize what's going on.
It's also easy. I mean, she really writes all the music. I'll really arrange maybe a horn part here and there, help scope out the form or vibe of a song. But yeah, no, she'll bring in something. So all the chords are her. But yeah, we both kind of felt on that song. That was the way to go with it, I think.
Yeah, and that was also Chris playing guitar on that as well. He, on the record that's coming out, like I said, in June, he actually ends up playing, aside from this song, the drums, bass, guitar, trumpet. You played trumpet on that song.
On that song,
on only that song, but trombone, and then I play keys, and then my saxophone player plays the sax. But other than that, it's the whole record is
just the two of
us.
us.
The two of us. So
And you do it all at the same time?
No. That's why it's just the two of us. No, we did not.
Yeah, but that's good though. Trumpet, I played trumpet for 4 years in school. I went to music of arts as well. So
Wow.
trumpet is good, but I was more jazz and blues.
Oh, nice. Well, I love jazz, and I love the trumpet. Trumpet is one of my favorite horns.
Yeah, that's the only reason why, because when I was like, okay, the trumpet, you got to go to jazz, you know?
Yeah.
Saxophone, type of jazz, and
I
love
went to,
songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's instruments for every, type of category that you pick.
For sure.
But like you said, this song is new, and it's just going to come out. We're going to talk a little bit more when we come back from a commercial break. We're going to find out a little bit more about that and what else you're going to be doing.
Sure.
All right? Our Ameria B will be right back, right here on the LDM Show with Chris and I. So we'll be right back.
He's got me, he's guilty of loving me.
Hello and welcome to the LDM Show. And guys, if you just came on, you just missed a nice video with the song just released basically this week, I think it was, right?
Yes.
Yep. Just this week it was released. So you guys gonna have to wait for the rerun, or you can go to Ameria B's website and everything else. But we're gonna find out more about her. Before we left, we were just talking about your videos. I want to know some of the bloopers that went wrong. Like what happened, you know?
Well, basically, we filmed in Long Island one day, and once we reached there and we got there, things didn't pick up very well. The lights were broken. A light broke, and we were supposed to start, and then it started raining. We were supposed to shoot outside, and it started thunderstorming, and we were backed by schedule like 4 hours. And my producer, she started freaking out, and she was like, "Oh my God, we don't have enough time." And then thankfully the rain did stop, and once it did stop, everything kind of started to pick up. Right. But it was definitely, there was some drama, there was some crying going on, there was yeah, it was.
That's what makes the video. That's what makes the video.
It was a scene.
Because you guys are probably watching the video. Oh, remember that? Remember that?
Yeah, and it's like that scene. Oh, thank God, it came out well because but everything happens. Also in the video, you see the girl getting pushed into the pool. So we kind of came up with that towards the end. So it ended up being like a blooper type last minute thing. So we put that in there, which is cool.
What it feels when you first see your video done and you seeing yourself on that video?
It always feels a little bit strange. Like I would almost prefer not to be in my own video and just have somebody else be in it, but that's just silly. You have to be in your own stuff and your own music videos and stuff. But it's always hard because it's like, oh, look, I don't like the way I look here, or I don't like this, or what am I doing here? I look awkward. And it's like, just because I think that doesn't mean other people are perceiving that. So
yeah, it always like that. I think I can only see like 3 or 4 minutes of myself.
Yeah, that's about the limit.
Like when they were like, oh, your show is coming on, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I just sit there like, and everybody's like, why are you not watching your show? I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I watch myself and I'm like, why was I standing like that? Like, why did I say that word instead of this word?
Exactly.
And I'm like,
you start just analyzing over
and then the
little
next
things.
show, I'm like, I want to, like, I'm trying to like not do what I was doing. So I don't even want to bother,
Yeah, that's another thing.
I heard it was so funny. I was at a place and this person was listening to the radio, and I'm like, why do I hear myself? I'm like, and when I look, they were watching our app, and I'm like, wow, I sound like that. Like, I gotta lower my voice a little. Like, what's going on?
No, I know. After especially recording this album and listening to it and going through the post-production, which is mixing and mastering and just editing stuff, after that, I literally don't want to hear that album ever again. Like, I mean, I love it and it's good, but you hear your voice so much and you're like, okay. I can't listen to myself any longer. And my head is going to explode.
Yeah, but it is a good song. Has a catchy tune and everything. So you guys got to go out and watch it. Like I said, if we ask them to come here on the LDM show and put them for the awards, it has to be a reason. But that's all we can do. You guys got to go in and start voting and watching her videos and stuff like that. So never know what she can do. And she came from Russia. Come on, you know what I'm saying? All the way down here. We just came from down the block. That's it. We're just right here in the same state. But any other videos or music you're going to be coming out with soon?
Yes. So yesterday, actually, another single premiered off of the album, and it's called "I Am Defined." The album is actually called "Defined." So this is the leading single off of the album. It's called "I Am Defined." Yeah. And if you are interested in looking that up, you can find that at Atwood Magazine. They did the exclusive premiere on that song and kind of wrote an article about it, and it also explains what I'm doing in the next couple of months regarding shows and stuff like that. But that you can find at atwoodmagazine.com/Ameria-B. And that's AMIRA-B. And so check it out. And I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, it is nice. that those songs could come out. And are you going to be doing a video soon for that song?
For that song, there is a plan to do a video. We are actually going to work on a different video though first before that, and that's another single that's coming out soon in the next coming weeks before the album comes out. That song is Impossible, so we'll be shooting that in the next month actually. So we should have something by the summer. So
And how many songs are going to be on the CD?
it's a 10-piece album.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. See, come on, 10? You're lucky. Some people be like 4 or 5.
No, this is
Or
a
somebody
yeah.
exaggerates in 16. I'm like, what?
It's been kind of the craze lately to release EPs and stuff and like 4 to 5 song albums. But you know, there's someone, if they want to listen to it, I like putting out albums. I record a lot of different music. A lot of people want to do 2 or 3 songs, and it's just like,
That's it.
that's great, but then people are going to be looking for more and stuff. Like, we had the time. We started this record over for a reason. Might as well make it a record again.
Right.
I think originally
We thought about
when we
like
were
doing
doing
2
it live,
different EPs,
yeah,
and then we were like, wait, why?
the sequence of everything just flowed
Is there
together
going to be
really
like
well.
a song that doesn't really like show you, like if someone listens to it, they're like, that's not Ameria. Like, you know, it's something different.
On the album, you
Yeah.
mean? I think that, you know, and I guess we just started working together a year and a half, 2 years ago now, something like that. And I always thought of her as high school as one particular sound, or just like this one, you know, soul.
Right.
She sings, it's loud, it's high, all that kind of thing. And but no, every song on this record is like,
Different.
I don't even know what to call it anymore. That's
Okay.
why our genre is like pop, soul, jazz.
Yeah,
R&B.
right.
It's
Yeah.
like, what
it's
is
like
it?
everything.
Which is good, because
Yeah.
that
It's-
means if I'm throwing it in, I'm not going to just hear
Exactly.
Yeah.
one
Well, that's
complete
that's
type of
exactly what
thing.
I tried to do with this album, and also just my songs in general, is kind of bring a unified genre in its own. It's like throwing pieces of R&B, like you said, throwing pieces of jazz, by whether it's like I'm playing jazz chords, or there's a guitar solo and it sounds like a, you know, rock type thing. But it's just a lot of different influences from different inspirations of mine, you know, Stevie Wonder, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, and I feel like in this record you can definitely hear the influences and the different specific genres.
Yeah, and that's like I said, it's good, especially you having a song, 10 songs and 10 different type of songs. It's good to get that album and you can get it quickly. Is it going to be downloadable or?
Yes, so actually next month, June 14th, is the official album release party and show. And that starts at 8 o'clock at Rockwood Music Hall, Stage 2 in the Lower East Side. And we actually have an after party after the show from 10 to midnight. But yeah, and that'll be fun. But it'll be available everywhere on the 16th of June. So
And that's
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 Spotify.
a date, right? June 14. Why does that sound so familiar? Oh,
It's
wait a minute,
fl-
that's
it's-
my son's birthday?
Oh,
Maybe 1 year old?
oh my gosh. And also it's Flag Day.
Yeah, it's Flag Day.
I think.
It's close to Juneteenth, which is the month where they celebrate the teenagers coming out of I guess the workforce. Back in the days where they were child labor.
Oh.
And when the child labor law came out, they started celebrating, you know, the teenagers and stuff. So the whole month of June is supposed to be Juneteenth. So it's a good month. It's a good month for a lot of stuff.
It is, yeah. That's why we kind of chose June as being the month for the record release. So
Yeah, we
but-
have so many stuff going on in June. Parades,
Yeah.
you know, so
it's hot.
yeah,
It
it's
starts
one of the
being-
hottest.
It starts being hot, so it's people. It's you know.
That's when the
starts
crankiness
picking
comes
up.
out.
Starts picking up.
Everybody wants to be outside. Like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah.
Well, that's good. Where else can they find you? Like any other events or anything else?
Events. Well, this weekend actually we'll be playing at the Jersey Shore Music Festival, and that's in Seaside Heights. So if you happen to be in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, we'll be there and we'll be playing at 4 o'clock
On Sunday.
On Sunday,
On Sunday.
yes, yeah, on Sunday, and then May is pretty chill for me. It's really the next month with the album release. And then actually in July, I have a residency at Pianos in the Lower East Side. Okay. It's a venue downtown. So I'll be there on Tuesdays at Pianos in July every week. So if you want to come down to the Lower East Side, I'll be there every Tuesday. And I'll be playing music and we're going to have a lot of fun. And the last Tuesday, July 25th, is going to be my birthday show. So if you really want to get lit, you can come then.
That's good. That's a big turn from where you were going, and now you're doing all these things. So it's pretty good. How are you feeling like with all this roller coaster going on right now?
I'm excited. I'm a little scared just because, it's always kind of scary to bring your art and kind of push it out into the world and let people say whatever they want about it, and that's a scary aspect, but it also feels good because this has been something that, needed to happen for a long time. I feel like I've just been scared, and I had a vocal injury when I was at University of Miami for 2 years. I couldn't sing, and I ended up having to get surgery, so I wasn't really sure where my life would lead career-wise in the music industry, and I kind of stepped back from it for a while, and then I realized that, I can't really live without it. So, but
lucky you decided, because now we have some more good music we can listen to. What will we do without Ameria singing, right? But ladies and gentlemen, we ran out of time, but I'm glad you came. Hopefully when we have all the CDs, CD release party, maybe we'll just show up.
Yes, absolutely. You're more than welcome and invited to come by. We'd love to have you.
We normally have crews go to places and, do some release parties. And
come through. It's going to be a good night. It'll be fun. It'll be
You guys got to check her out. Real quick, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, so my website is amirabmusic.com, AMIRA music.com, and you can connect with me through Facebook, Twitter, everywhere through the website. I'm also on Spotify, so if you do want to go ahead and follow me, I'm on Spotify. There is no music up yet, but you can still follow me, and you will get updates on when the actual album will be released, it'll be available everywhere on iTunes and Tidal and Spotify and everything on June 16th. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And my handle for everything at Twitter and Facebook is at Ameria B Music. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. You got to go on and it's support. That's what I got to always say. I always end it with support. Listen to her songs and her music and download them. Even if you got to pay, it's still good. Pay. If it's free, still even better. But you still have to support no matter what. And remember, go down to the ldmshow.com/vote and go to the R&B section. You'll see her name. Click on it. And that's it. Simple. She got to vote. And in 2018, we'll find out if she becomes a nominee or even a winner. So I thank you guys for coming, especially Chris, for explaining how the whole album and everything got together.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Ameria B, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't go back home to Mother Russia. Stay right here.
No, not
We need you here.
Not going. I don't want to go.
We need you here.
Yeah.
Putin's don't need you over there. No,
Putin is...
Yeah, she'll be the translator.
Yeah. Again, guys, hey, we try to bring you the best of the independent world. Check it out next week. But right now, Ameria B, check her out.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Jose, aka JB the Model. And as some of y'all may have heard, I moved down to Miami. As you can see, I did. I moved down to Paradise. But that doesn't mean that I won't be a part of the LDM show. We got a new segment for you guys called the LDM Heat. And this is the LDM Heat right now. So what we're going to talk about usually in the LDM Heat is things that are currently hot in the news right now. Not just regular news, but just in general, what people are talking about, tweeting about, putting posts on Instagram about, that type of stuff. So the first thing, I don't know if for you sports fans, I don't know if you guys watch basketball, but DeMarcus Cousins was traded from Sacramento to New Orleans. A lot of you guys, I don't know if you guys watch basketball now, but a lot of you basketball people are probably going to be bandwagoners now and going to want to always pick the Pelicans in NBA 2K. And a lot of you are going to want to push for them and want to be on their side when y'all never ever rooted for the Pelicans. Don't be a bandwagon fan, all right? But the Pelicans did do a good trade. I think it's amazing. I think they're going to be a very interesting team. If you guys didn't know, DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis are the only two players in the NBA that have averaged over 20 points and over 10 rebounds in the last 4 seasons. So it's going to be interesting. They're going to be putting some nice numbers. All right, what else is hot? If you guys didn't know, you guys probably watched the Grammys, and y'all know that Drake won 2 awards for Hotline Bling. Best Rap Song of the Year and also Best Rap Performance. He actually is really upset that he won those awards, and he's actually tweeting about it and posting about it, and he actually had a couple interviews. He didn't go to the Grammys to accept those awards because he feels that it's racist. He says it's racist because he feels that Hotline Bling is not a rap song, and it shouldn't be in that category. He feels that it should have been in a different category, and that he shouldn't have gotten that. That just because he raps in the past doesn't mean that he has to, all his songs are going to be rap. So he thinks that it's a type of racism. He's one of the many artists that are coming now and saying that the Grammys are racist. I don't know. I'm not going to put my 2 cents. I want you guys to put your 2 cents. Tweet about it. Put the LDM Grammy Heat, so we can know what you guys think about it. And also add us on Facebook. Add us on Twitter, Instagram. And another topic I'm about to hit, which is really on fire. Tickets are on sale for the award show in May. Yes. How can you get them? Either go to the ldmshow.com or add us on our social media. We have an event already, an event page that actually goes to the link for you to buy your tickets. They're not that expensive. We're gonna have all the popping artists that you guys have been voting for there. And make sure y'all watching the music videos. Make sure y'all listen to the music. Vote for them so they can win their award, because May is right around the corner. But I know you guys are still in the winter time. I'm over here in the beautiful weather. So I'm sending y'all some heat. I'm at the beach actually. You see a little sand for you guys. But maybe I'll be in the award show and show up with a little tan from Miami. But Charles, back to you in the studio, my brother.
Hello and welcome back, and welcome to Speak Out. I had to bring my boy Will from Will Review here, because when it comes to politics or anything that needs to be discussed, the geeks, we got to come alive. You know what I'm saying? We got to come back together. But before we even start that, what I said about geeks, I was just at 161st. Yeah, some of y'all geeks do not dress to try to act like you're hard and hardcore. It doesn't work. I'm sorry, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I just seen that in 161st. And then he had a one glove. Half of his pants was dragged down and half was up. It was like you were all wrong.
I mean, come on. Even though he's a geek, he's still from the hood. He's trying to rap. It doesn't fit, but it's
it didn't fit. It didn't fit.
You know, I mean, I even got the gloves and the shades, and sometimes, but I'm always wearing it's a Kingdom Hearts t-shirt.
Right.
I got a gaming company on my head, that sort of thing. Like, there's always got to represent my geek side, but you can always swag it out a little bit.
No, but you dress like from the hood and a geek at the same time. This guy was just confused. I don't know why he was.
You just thought he was just a G?
Just because of his boys, I knew he was a geek.
When you're 1G and everybody else is wearing like a Pokemon t-shirt.
Yeah, But let's get to this speak out. It's been bothering me. If you just came back, we were talking about the Trump issue with the investigation with the FBI, and now he wanted to take down some monuments. It's, to me, you think if Obama was still president and he did that, he would not have that paper coming out already, the impeachment paper.
Look,
by now?
people are already talking impeachment. At the same time, Congress is under him. The Supreme Court is still kind of in flux right now. So he's kind of riding this wave. Besides, if Donald Trump gets impeached, who takes over? So that's kind of what he's riding. He's like, I'm going to do whatever I want because there's someone worse than me. It's why you're not going to touch George Bush, because you knew Cheney was right behind him. So the question is, how long can we put up with the fear of thinking that there's someone even worse on the way?
Well, they might give it to Clinton. You never know.
No, they're not going to rescind anything over to Clinton. She's a crybaby loser.
Because you got to think about it. Now they're still investigating the votes. So if they investigate the votes and she's smart enough, she can say, "Hey, I want California back again."
Word, because that's exactly what happened with Gore, and what did we see there?
True.
And they proved that the votes were actually for Gore.
Well, they tell us they proved.
Well, either way, they're willing to admit, oh yeah, he got screwed over, and yet he got nothing. And this wasn't before, this was before Obama that they admitted, like, oh yeah, second term against Kerry. There was nothing rescinded. There was nothing given back. So it's just a matter of how long is it going to be before they actually do something? Will they be willing to do something? And is Mike Pence really that bad? Because remember, now he's considered worse because he's further on the conservative spectrum, but he's also more competent. So now he might actually be able to properly word things, pass laws, come up with ideas that Congress will be willing to back because of the wording, but are actually far worse for Americans.
See, that's what I was saying to one of my friends. It's not more that he's an idiot, because he is. That's a given. But it's the words that he chooses. It's just like you tell someone, "Shut up." They just look at you. But if you say, "Hey, sir, can you be a little bit quiet?"
Like, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was loud. Okay, so it depends on the words you say.
Yeah, he has no finesse.
He doesn't. And then probably he's reading what people write. So that's another thing.
True.
He's stupid.
I mean, do you really think he's actually reading what anyone writes?
Well, that's if he can read. I don't know.
Oh no, I know he can read, but it's just that he doesn't care. Like, there's someone who's probably like, this is probably what you say. I'm Donald Trump. I know what's best. Yeah. Because his bluntness is what got him in.
Yeah, especially with the FBI director, quote, "We're not investigating," and saying that it is something to investigate. We're just investigating. What? I'm like, what is that?
I mean, sometimes you just have to look into stuff for no reason, right?
Yeah, I guess they got nothing else better to do. The FBI is not busy.
I said the same thing yesterday. If the IRS is not looking at him for his taxes, perhaps he's not as bad as we all think.
Right.
But he's obviously doing something because he told someone don't do it. They decided to keep looking anyway. I mean, look, he's making friends with enemies that we never made friends with before. He's probably doing something no one else has done, and it's not necessarily good. So there's grounds for investigation. Now, if they decide to not say anything because it's not that bad, or because they don't want to hurt the president because of the image of America, that's their decision. But come on, Trump, just shut your mouth and let them do what they do. They're going to cover you anyway because they can't make the president look too bad.
Right. And especially if they have something to do with it.
Exactly.
Because I don't think the president is alone.
He's not.
And I think they will cover him because the president, he looked like he's a snitch.
They have found that they found that the Democratic Party, right, had actually been grooming Hillary to be the nominee long before they knew what candidates were going to run after Obama, right?
Right.
So obviously the whole party as a whole has the ability to do something, not just one person, which means that if somehow Trump made it to where he was, and we all know that he was incompetent, maybe, just maybe, it wasn't just him.
Well, I think, he is a Pinocchio. They pulling the strings,
He's
you know what I'm saying? Poor him, but he's doing it smart. You know what? I know I'm probably going to get kicked out soon. Let me make my money, make my connections, make this and this and that. So when they kick me out, I still got my money.
Donald Trump didn't know he was going to be president. No one thought that he actually would.
He's probably still in shock when he looks in the like, hey, wait, is this the White House?
Right.
So
true. The Simpsons, they predicted it.
Well, the Simpsons knew. Yeah, they knew.
But the fact is this. I think he's like, look, I got but so much time. I'm going to make sure that even if it's for a little bit, I'll be one of the most memorable presidents ever. Because that's what the Don does.
He did that.
He's done. In less than 6 months, we haven't stopped talking about him every day. Sometimes we forget that there is a president, in all honesty.
Yeah, because a lot of people, when they make jokes, they don't even say President Trump. They just say Donald Trump.
Right. No one even regards him as the president.
Yeah.
People say that's not my president, despite the fact he actually is. Sorry.
Well,
but,
I'm sorry,
you know,
yeah.
like, yeah, he's just considered another man who has a ridiculous amount of power for no reason. But if he can do it, anyone can do it.
Well, that was the whole good thing. Like when Clinton was fighting, it was for the women's. When Donald Trump was fighting, it was just like for all the ridiculous people in the corner, they can probably be president too.
They need a voice too, right?
Hey, it was like, you know, I seen Pancho over there talking about, hey, I can be president someday. You know, I'm like, hey, no, you can't. No, yes, I could. But hey, that happens. But I'm still thinking of all the investigation. Like, I watched the press conference. I couldn't go because I had my child.
Right.
I wish I could have, because we got the invites. But I watched the investigation where he weaseled his way out of every single question.
He's finally really a politician?
Well, I think he's the one that's writing for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, hey, the door across the street? He said, yeah, but that airplane was flying very well. You know, it was something like that.
Wow.
The lady asked him simply, why are they investigating? Well, if you notice, Donald Trump is going and he's connecting with a lot of people, and he's going to be going to one school on next week. And he started saying the schedule. Like, whoa. And she even said, hey, I didn't ask that. And he said, yeah, but these are the good things that Donald Trump is doing. And y'all looking at the stuff in the investigation. And the one guy came out and says, sir, ain't that why we're here? Like, and he said, I don't have no more questions. When we figure something out, we'll let you know. I was like, come on, don't weasel out of the situation.
Look, he's already under so much scrutiny for a lot of stuff. I think at this point, to answer that question might have taken longer than the entire press conference. So he was just like, let's just not talk about this. He's doing some good stuff here. No, he's under investigation. Let it rock.
Yeah, that is true. Just sooner or later, like they say, you give a person enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Exactly. And essentially, if he told you why he's under investigation and they find absolutely nothing, you're just blowing up stuff, and then eventually it's just like, oh, nothing happened. Essentially, that's what happened with the MTA, right? MTA was under investigation for having 2 sets of books. They proved everything, and they were like, wait a second, but we can't tell them anything because they pretty much run the city. And all this disappears, and 20 years later, we're still trying to figure out why we're paying more for nothing.
Yeah,
so that's what's going to happen with Trump.
And then you're going to give him more power if you don't come out with something.
Right, because if you don't have anything now, you can't touch him later with it.
Yeah. So he and you know how he's such a kid. He'd be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything about him. It's just.
I'm still waiting for more Rosie O'Donnell jokes, to be honest.
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting for. Much as that. And then who was the lady that dressed as the vice president, I think it was, and went towards Manhattan? On Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I saw the clip of that.
Yeah, she was looking for Donald Trump. I was laughing. But hey, he's the butt of all jokes, I guess, right now. But again, this was Speak Out with my boy Will Davis. Check him out on Will's Review. And it was fun, but we got to go.
That's it.
Hey. Hey, keep up your questions, your answers as much as possible, and we'll just bump heads together and give you as much as. But again, this is our opinion. You can do whatever, do whatever and say whatever.
Like Trump, you have a voice too.
Yeah, crazy voice. But hey, anyway, this is the LDM, and this was Speak Out. We'll see you soon.
He's got me. He's good.
SWB mean? Sugar water babies. It's all about making the best of what you got.
We are back. Hello, Charles. Laloma.
You got it. A lot of people be like, Lulu.
I have to put the sexy on it real quick for you.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello. Listen, hold on, guys. I have to take a second. I usually don't do this to people. Come here. His wife is here with their baby, and oh my goodness, come here, boom boom. Come, bring the whole family. This is the family. Hi, baby. How are you? How old are you? 7 months. Oh, you good healthy weight. You're not 600 pounds because the last 7 month baby I saw was about 700. You're healthy, baby. I'm saying you are so cute. Yes, you are, and we love you.
Look at that shade, like,
He's
yeah.
Let me get that out. Put that tongue away. Look at him.
No kisses.
Like no kisses. So you are the host of LDM
Yes.
Show, and what station are you on right now?
Right now we can be found on the Nightline radio station. We can be found on Manhattan Network, BronxNet, Ustream, and so.
Okay, so how long have you been hosting?
Well, I've been hosting for almost 4 years.
Wow.
The LDM show is pretty new. It's been almost like 2 years. We're actually a magazine first.
Okay.
The LDM means Laloma Digital Magazine.
Okay.
And
Laloma. I love the way you say it. I don't say it as good as you do.
Thanks. But a lot of people was like, they read the magazine and was like, wow, if this was just a show, because we based on anything that's going on in the community. So that's why we cross promote with a lot of companies to tell them, hey, this is what's going on, especially in the Bronx.
Yes,
a lot of people don't know, and that's why I'm honored to be here with you, Shay, today.
Thank you.
And especially another show in the Bronx. Showing love to everybody.
Listen, I love the Bronx. The Bronx is my home,
Yeah.
and we have to keep it. We have to keep it here. The culture, the news, everything. We have to keep it here, and I love it. And I appreciate what you do.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate.
We try so much, and then a shout out to the DJ for shooting out some good music while we wait. So I almost didn't want to come on. I was like, right? You know what I'm saying?
You were out here dancing with the baby and everything.
Yeah, so it's good, and nice setup you guys got. So blessings all over the world.
Thank you. I all owe it to the owner, DWI. Shout out to DWI, the Matrix Studios. I love you.
Yes.
You're an amazing person, and you definitely been a constant support and pushing me and making me give my best. So it's amazing.
And the hair's good, so don't worry about it.
You sure?
The hair's
he
good.
Likes
the hair's
my
good.
Hair.
Yes,
I'm happy you like my hair. You know what it is? I love it, but I'm not comfortable with it for myself.
Because
I don't know.
It's new.
Yes,
That's
I don't
why.
like new stuff. Is horrible, but I like it. I was staring at myself in the mirror taking pictures, and I was like, I had one of those girly moments where I'm like, I'm cute. I'm cute.
Yeah, hey, you got to work it, Work what you got.
Actually, shout out to my hairstylist. Oh my God, she's going to kill me. I'm going to look it up online to make sure to give you a good shout out. It's 792 Longwood Avenue. That's where their salon is. And I'm going to drop her Instagram a little bit later. Okay. So shout out to the baby.
Yeah, that's good. Right. That's good.
So as far as your show goes, I know that you guys are hosting an underground music. Is it just music or is it just underground?
It's going to be the first ever independent music awards going on in the Bronx on May 2017 this year. It first started off at I just wanted to do something for the independent artists, all genres, from Latin to Mexican, Spain. I got Japanese people, so it's like all genres. But I wanted to do something for the Bronx.
Gotcha.
So I decided to go to Ruben Diaz, and I was like, we have to do something for the independent artists. So
and shout out to Ruben Diaz. He is always in support of positive things going on in the Bronx. Even small companies, he'll come out to schools and talk to people and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was just at a school this week painting in a school. So
oh, he was
he was painting with some kids and all that. So he does a lot. But I decided, I was like, you know what? Having them on my show and giving them a platform like VidZone where we play their videos and things like that, and we have a radio station just for independent artists, so we don't play Puff Daddies and nobody famous.
Only independent people. That's the same.
But I was like, what else can we do? So I decided to open up.
So how do people get involved? Or are you selecting the winners? What are some of the categories?
Well, that's a good thing about it. I do not select the winners.
Okay.
The people viewing. They go on the LDMshow.com and they click on vote, and they vote for the artists as they want.
Oh, okay. So wait, hold on. So I'm excited. Okay, so I can vote for people that I like.
That you like.
Okay, so is this on your website?
Yes, it's on the LDMshow.com.
Okay.
And then you can click on vote.
LDMshow.com. We're gonna go and like these people. So who are a couple of the people that you have running up for some of these awards?
Wow, Chrissy Milan she's been #1 for the past 3 months.
Okay.
We throw out the top 10s every month, and she's
Okay.
been top 10, #1 for the past 3 months. So,
Wow.
but like I tell a lot of people, doesn't mean that when you come award, because we narrowed it down to the final 4. Doesn't
Okay.
mean that she's gonna win, because now
Yeah, you
the
never
final
know.
4 can promote as much as possible.
Oh, so people
So-
just promote their link and people have to go and click the
Right.
link and vote
They
for
send me.
them.
They send us the songs, either the songs or the videos. It has to be clean, no downgrading of females, and no cursing. Those are the 2 things that I never accept on music. As long as they good like that, we put
So
them
no
on.
twerking, no pop.
Nah, you know,
You can pop
I'm a
it, but
mama's
just
boy.
don't pop it a
Right.
lot.
I'm a
Okay.
mama's boy, so I don't like the B words and
Oh, so
all that
just
other
pop
stuff.
it, but don't pop it out.
Right. Don't pop
Okay.
it out. Pop it in the room of privacy.
Pop it with Jesus. Pop out the Bible.
Yeah.
No.
But there's a lot of positive rap songs, R&B, and all that, and I'm like, we have to start listening to that.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of rap and hip hop that now are coming out because of the independence. That now you can understand the lyrics.
Exactly.
You can understand the beats.
And I feel like
stuff.
it's a process, and I feel like every artist, regardless of where you get your music from and where you get your inspiration from, they all, it comes from soul and it comes from love, So
Right.
I love it, and I love supporting other
Yeah.
independent artists. Like, I think that's truly amazing, and claps to you.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you, thank you.
appreciate everything
you.
that you do. So with the magazine, now the magazine comes out like every other month.
Well,
or
we stopped the magazine, which was 4 of ours. We've been getting complaints about bringing the magazine back.
Oh, because you got so focused on
Right,
everything
we got.
else.
So now we're coming back within the summer. So we're gonna be giving free spots for bloggers and all that to put their stuff on the magazine.
Awesome.
So,
See.
And anything to help the
You don't want
growing
none of,
process.
you don't want none of CJ's blogs.
Nah.
If you get an email from CJ,
CJ?
the engineer, don't. And what's your?
It'll
what's
probably
your
be all about
AKA?
computers, right?
Nightly, anything from Nightly CEO, don't take it because
No.
it's not gonna be positive.
It's gonna be all about computers.
It's gonna
and
be like,
stuff.
oh, I thought go on there and then you're not gonna want any.
We ain't gonna understand what he says, right?
You're not gonna even want anything.
Nah, but he seems like a cool guy. He's a smart guy
He's
too.
amazing.
So.
He's
Yeah. You know,
He knows I
she didn't
love
want
him.
to let you go. I seen that.
Exactly. But yeah, so I am totally in love. Can you drop down where can people find you? All your social media, the website again, where people can find and
Well, it's very easy. The website is theldmshow.com. Social media is the LDM Show. I try to make it as simple as possible for them to look. If now they want to look for the company, is Laloma Inc.com.
I love the way you say
Yeah.
Laloma. Say it again.
Laloma.
Laloma. Wait.
Yeah.
Say it again.
It's just 3 syllables. Laloma.
Ow! That's how you got your wife.
Oh yeah, I can. Well, when I met her, I was like, "Hi, I'm Charles Laloma."
Laloma. And it's like, oh, right.
Yeah. No, but you can check them out. We always like to collaborate with other companies, just like yourself. You'll be on our show soon.
Yes, I'm definitely coming out to your show.
And we like. A lot of people would tell me, "Oh, why do you bring other shows?" Listen, this is the Bronx, and if we do not share and understand each other, we're not gonna grow.
Exactly.
I was like, so why is it that you're doing your thing, I'm doing mine, but together we can probably even get bigger?
Even bigger. That's the same thing. I always invite other talk show hosts to my show. I don't see myself in competition with anybody, and I'm always supporting somebody who is, you know what I'm saying, like doing something positive or whatever. Like I love it. So
Yeah.
I will be on. Your
I'm
show
one
as
of
many
those. I'm one of
times.
those that if they come to my show and I'm like, well, I really can't do too much for you, but I know someone else that probably could.
Exactly.
And
Networking.
a lot of people were like, wow. But that's the thing. People don't understand what networking means. They think it's more like, oh, they might steal somebody or steal something. No, networking is getting together, become a brother and sister, and blow up and make the Bronx better than what it was.
Laloma.
And that's basically
You
what I
are
am.
like amazing. Yes.
I try.
You hit the that's it. The show's over. We're gonna pack up. We're gonna thank you.
What?
No, nobody's going home. I still have more show for
Shows,
you.
yeah.
I still
Everybody's
have a
here.
lot more show for you.
No, like you got a great panel that's
I
coming
know.
up,
Listen,
you know, and-
listen. All right. So he told me to say his name just voice, but his name is Songful, right?
Songful,
Where are
yeah.
you? Where are you, baby? I can't see
He's
you.
over there, right
you
there.
go. So we're gonna be right back. SWB Radio. I have Songful coming up next. SWB Radio 106.1 FM. Round.
DJ Quay.